Continuing with the frequency energy kit and our energy system, having moved from a 7 chakra system to a 9 chakra system, we're exploring the different evolution of our new energy body. And so these oils are here to enhance, to help heal, to balance the performance of each of these centers, and therefore of your body, of your energy body, and of your consciousness, so that you can actually thrive. So here we're coming with the fourth oil, which is called Passion. And it's basically also playing with the fourth chakra in the 9 chakra system, which is basically the emotional chakra, and it's right in our solar plexus. So it is the same color as in the 7 chakra system, but it's a little bit different in the fact that it's where we process emotions. And the emotional realm is this whole new wonder of this new consciousness that's leading us into this abundance realm, this spiritual awareness, and the communing of each other, so that we can really understand each other and meet in new ways, so that we can actually create from not the individual, but from a collective point of view. Very much like what I was talking about in terms of bands in the introduction, rock and roll bands that have come together, and these 4 or 5 individuals all of a sudden to make this phenomena, like the Beatles did, etc. Like, so we're moving into this consciousness of wanting to do that, and collaboration becomes really interesting and prominent. Now, what does happen when we do have collaborations is emotions and distortions of, perception can bring up new emotions, can stir up and trigger us. And so the emotional realm is something that we're all being challenged within and externally to resolve, to grow into, to really gain new consciousness about. And one of the things is most of us are repressing our emotions and almost not dealing with them, rather than allowing them to come through us and live them fluidly and without fear. And in that, there's a release, and then the intelligence comes right afterwards. And this actually, I like to call our passion. Musicians and artists and even entrepreneurs and women that are passionate about whatever they're doing, whatever they really want, it enhances that drive of life. It really brings this whole new energy to help us drive our life towards a goal, towards a vision, towards the doing of something with passion, perhaps a performance, where we find that divine form. And so this oil is really important because we have a lot of issues with emotions, which our society still doesn't allow so much for the natural and impulsive expression of our emotions, which most people feel very uncomfortable with, rather than being able to understand that it's part of the evolution and that we just need to express our emotions more. This plays with the whole dopamine system. So it's very related to a certain rush of energy, of a rush of happiness. I mean, it is like a drug, dopamine. And in a sense, it's also about finding that flow, finding that perfect balance of the different chemicals as we enter into our passion and we move into that direction of, that drive to fulfill this passion and to do it in a beautifully passionate way. So this oil is resonating at 417 hertz in terms of its frequency, and it's all about the feeling of pleasure, the sensitivity, and the emotion and the awareness of the emotions. It's all about excitement as well, and there's this depth that you get from the different aspects of entering moods, you know, and so it's this kind of moody, feeling-based passion that awakens a certain desire, and it allows us to see how abundant spirit is, because in that awakened emotional passion there is this incredible depth of abundance of spirit in them. And this is kind of like the new consciousness that we're really dealing with, this emotional awareness, this spiritual emotional awakening that's happening all over the planet. Some of the oils that are in here are Ylang-Ylang, Vetiver, which we kind of start seeing that, you know, the whole base aspects, we have a lot of that because they ground and open and gives a sense of sensual security. It awakens a lot of our emotional, basically, capacity to handle the vitality that comes through the second chakra opening up in the deep security of allowing the emotions to emerge, right? That's a lot of the Ylang-Ylang. It gives us a self-confidence about that, allowing the lower chakras to express themselves. Bergamot, which is also some self-confident aspects, it's bringing up new ways of expressing ourselves through the emotional bond. Orange, blue cypress, lemon, blue tansy, giving it again its color. Then we have rose and geranium. Those two are really powerful oils that actually unblock some of the solar tensions, the solar plexus's tension. As the emotion comes up, we have a tendency to clamp that emotional center and almost not allow the emotion to come through. When these oils and these plants allow and almost release the stress and bring us more into the heart, so they move the energy up. And then we have jasmine, which is this really sacred, sensual, magical, deep oil that allows for the depth of the emotions to really emerge. And again, Neroli, which is that joy of life. So it mixes in with this really sacred scent that gives us security and allowing our desires to manifest passionately. The little mantra that I use here is, I am filled with passion for this divine comedy we call life, which kind of resumes this oil and this chakra and allows us to live through our passions in this, it's all theater, right? So really powerful oil. I strongly suggest it for people who are stuck emotionally or are lacking that passion or lacking that drive with their life, or have fear about expressing that passion into the world. It's yellow, so it kind of has that sunshine right from the solar plexus, and so it really brings out this light of yours into the world.